Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afiq dan Anwar. So now, my team and I, we will present about one of the most important Islamic scholar and philosopher, which is Al-Ghazali. So in this presentation, we will talk briefly about his background, his work related to psychological principle, his contribution, and last but not least, our opinion of the application of his work in the current time. So without wasting any time, let's check it out.
Okay, for the scholar's background, Al-Ghazali was born in 450 years after Hijrah, or between 1058 to 1059 of century, with the original name of Abu Hamid ibn Muhammad Al-Ghazali, or to many Westerners, he is known as Al-Ghazal. He was born in the town of Tabaran, in the district of Tus, which is now situated in modern day as Iran. After his father passed away in stark poverty living, both Al-Ghazali and his brother Ahmad is in the care of Sufi. After that, Al-Ghazali received instruction in Islamic jurisprudence from local teacher and also studied the subject of jurist and theology in Nishapur. So, and after that, by the year of 1091 century, Nizam al-Mulk promoted Al-Ghazali to the professorship of Nizamiya Madrasa in Baghdad. In 1095 century, Al-Ghazali went through a spiritual crisis which made him abandon his career in Baghdad and heading for pilgrimage to Mecca. He also spent some time in Damascus and Jerusalem, with a visit to Mecca and Medina in 1096. After a long period of time abandoning his career, the Grand Vizier to Ahmad Sanjar, Fahar al-Mulk, insisted Al-Ghazali to return to Nizamiyah Madrasa in Nishapur to continue his career in teaching. But he did not continue teaching until the year of 11 or the year of 1106, and after that he returned to Nizamiyah Madrasah to continue his teaching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Saleh and I'll be presenting on the part of Al-Ghazali's work related to the psychological principle. So these are the sources that are being used in this part. In The Alchemy of Happiness, Al-Ghazali discusses the importance of the heart in the psychological well-being of an individual. He believed that human being consists two parts, the body and the spiritual side, which includes the character. He considered the spiritual dimension to be the most important aspect in the human being, as it contains psychological dynamics. In his book, Alchemy of Happiness, Al-Ghazali analyzed the spiritual dimension in relation to the concept of the heart, the soul, inner self, desire, nature, as in ego, and intellect, as in mind. He viewed that the heart as a central concept in his psychological analysis of the human being. He believed that the heart is the key organ in the pursuit of knowledge, understanding the tangible world, and exploring reality. He considered the heart to be a spiritual core created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and possessing properties of the spiritual world. He saw that the heart as the source of man's faculty of reason, which he believed that to be a filter protecting humans from harmful thoughts and impulses. He also viewed that the heart as the source of a person's feelings and emotion, which are influenced by their action and behavior. Al-Ghazali also noted that the heart's rapid changes in thoughts, feelings, and inclination can be greatly impact a person's behavior, and that the intangible and invisible spiritual illnesses of the heart can be difficult to diagnose and treat. So, what are the aspects of psychological principle in his work? One of psychological principle that is evident in Al-Ghazali's work is the idea of the importance of emotion in shaping behavior and decision making. According to Al-Ghazali, the heart is the source of a person's feelings and emotion, and these emotions can greatly influence a person's action and behaviors. This aligns with psychological principle that emotion play a significant role in shaping how we think, feel, and behave. Al-Ghazali also highlight the importance of the faculty of reasoning in regulating and guiding behavior, which aligns with the principle of cognitive control in psychology. Additionally, his emphasis on the heart as a key organ in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding aligns with the psychological principle of the importance of cognition in shaping behavior and decision making. Overall, The Alchemy of Happiness by Al-Ghazali highlights the central role of the heart in psychological well-being and the importance of cultivating certain psychological traits in order to achieve happiness and fulfillment. That is all for me.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Fauzan and I will proceed with the contribution of Al-Ghazali to the field of psychology. So the first one is Al-Ghazali introduced the concept of tazkiyat an-nafs to enhance spiritual and mental health. The term tazkiyat an-nafs come from the field of Sufism or Tasawwuf. Tazkiyat an-nafs meaning can be divided into two. The first one is purification of the self from all evil inclination and the beatification with good values and virtue. So Al-Ghazali stated that a healthy soul comes from a good moral, which is Ala Mahmudah. So to free from spiritual illness like ignorance and addiction to wealth, we have to practice the goodness and kindness that is promoted by Islam. Therefore, it will lead to a better mental health that is stable. For example, we can refine ourselves by having correct and firm understanding of the religion, fulfillment of act of worship, avoiding the forbidden, enjoining other people the goods, and to be conscious about the God. Next, Al-Ghazali published the book of Ihya Ulumuddin, the revival of religious sciences, and the alchemy of happiness. So one of the chapter in the Ihya is focusing on disciplining the soul. It stresses that every man will face internal struggle in their life. In this chapter, it highlights that human can develop positive character. This is, however, contrary from Freud's belief that is our life is based on determinism, cause and effect, and we simply cannot change or improve our life to a betterment. And in the Alchemy of Happiness, Al-Ghazali reaffirmed his fundamental belief that his connection with God is essential to have joy in living. So, the Alchemy of Happiness is divided to 4 sections, which are the knowledge of self, God, world, and future world. So at the end of the book, we will discover a lot of new knowledge that is beneficial to maintain the true happiness and to preserve our soul in good condition.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Afiq Shazwan bin Shaiful Izam and I will be presenting about applications of Al-Ghazali's work in modern time. So for the first work of Al-Ghazali is the Alchemy of Happiness. In today's society, we often hear complaints about depression and unhappiness because of the lack of joy and happiness in a society. Al-Ghazali stated that he who knows himself is truly happy. So what is happiness stated by Al-Ghazali? Al-Ghazali stated that to obtain happiness, one must master 4 sections of self, and one of it is self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is the knowledge that we have ahead, or also known as called, that is originally perfect but has become obscured by passions and desires. So according to Al-Ghazali, today's society can obtain happiness by disciplining the head by eliminating selfish desires and adopting contrary desire to do what is right, what in all aspects of one's life. Next, my second opinion revolves around Al-Ghazali's work of Tazkiyat an-Nafs that can also be applied in current time. Tazkiyat an-Nafs means to purify the evil impurities to obtain calmness. It is stated by Al-Ghazali, a calm soul came from good morals. So this applies in those who always have a bad intention and attitude towards one another, that they will hardly get any calmness of their soul. So to obtain calmness, people must clean his nafs or souls from evil thoughts and attitudes. So to conclude everything, Al-Ghazali's work are still relevant to today's society, and can be studied more deeply to gain a better understanding for the future. So that is all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.